Coming up this week on Kiss My Collectibles, see what's new in Kiss collecting. Be sure to visit kissmycollectibles.com to purchase your brand new Kiss My Collectibles turntable slipmat. Don't miss an episode, and be sure to like us on Facebook and subscribe to our channels on YouTube and iTunes.
Look, it's rock and roll!
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the next episode of Kiss My Collectibles, your source for vinyl, toys, bootlegs, and more. I am one of your co-hosts, Jason Herndon, and with me, as always, is...
Andrew Scambatti, very early in the morning in Cleveland.
Yes, been from the land down under.
And very late at night, Nicholas Buckland from Sydney. Well, I'm not anymore. I mean, I'm living in the mountains now, so yeah, I need to do mountain things on air, strangely. I don't know what that is.
How far are you from Sydney now?
2 hours to work and 2 hours back from work.
Oh, yeah,
so,
that's right.
Yeah,
you ride the train and do some...
Yeah, exactly. I'm writing a book, so yeah.
Writing a book.
Yeah, that's good, yeah.
Very interesting. All right. So, so we're going to cover some new acquisitions and we're just going to touch. We don't have a guest on today, and we don't have a particular theme as far as covering a certain item or items or something like that. We're just going to talk about things that we've gotten over the last maybe couple of months or something like that, and some upcoming Kiss items as well. So
new stuff.
That's new stuff. Yeah. So that's what we're going to talk about today in collectibles land. It's a super busy year. For the band or the individual members of the band. There's a lot going on. We've already had the Kiss Expo with Vinny, and the Gene Simmons Vault experiences have already started up. They've already had LA and Detroit, and I believe Paul's got some art shows coming up at the Wentworth Gallery. What do we got here? February 9th in Fort Lauderdale, February 10th in Boca Raton, Florida, and then 8th in Short Hills, New Jersey. Mm-hmm. Go to wentworthgallery.com to check all of that out. And
which I think is kind of cool because he hasn't done some art shows in a while. And
it's been a while.
Did you guys ever go to one of his art shows?
I haven't been to one.
No.
Did you go to one?
I did, yes.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you look at my main picture on Facebook, that's actually at a Paul art gallery. When I lived in Myrtle Beach, he did an art gallery in North Carolina, I believe it was. And it happened to be on my birthday. So at the time, I knew the woman that ran Wentworth Gallery, and just by accident. And I knew his photographer at the time also by complete accident. And so I went. I didn't have to purchase anything. And I remember there was this long line of people because it was in a shopping mall. And I remember this long line of people trying to get in because you had to purchase artwork to go in there and meet him. But there were still people lined up for, quite a while to meet him. And I remember walking through, and I got ushered through the line, so I think I pissed everybody off. So I got brought in, and then I remember just kind of watching for, I don't know, maybe like an hour or two, just kind of watching everything going on and talking with my friends and just seeing. And there was a point in time where Paul took a break, and they shut the gallery down, and they ushered everyone out. And I was getting ready to leave, and they go, "Oh, no, wait, you can stay." And I was like, "Me?" So everybody ushered out, and then it was just literally me and Paul in the room. And Paul comes out and goes, "Hey, my friend says it's your birthday today, so happy birthday." And he just came over and just was talking to me. It was the nicest he's ever been. So then we got a picture together, and at the time it was in 2000, I think it was 8 or 7, and they were just getting ready to go to Europe. And he was just talking, "Oh, so you coming to Europe?" And we just sat there and talked for like a good 5 minutes. And he was really cool. He's like, "Hey, let's get a picture together," and took a great picture with him. And it was the coolest Paul Stanley's ever been.
So he didn't say.
It's one of those weird things that I see. I see his artwork selling all the time, but I don't really see it pop up too much in people's collections. So I'm wondering where it's going to. Maybe they're being private with it or something. But it's obviously selling for him to do enough of these shows.
I've seen a couple of people post some prints that they've gotten, but I don't know if I've ever seen anybody show like the really expensive stuff. So. It's interesting.
Maybe they're keeping it. I don't know. In 20 years' time, be worth it.
Yeah. So Andrew, he didn't go, "I lied." to you.
Oh man, Nicholas, go and watch the last episode and listen to Jonathan's story about Paul. It was so
Disheartening.
It's so funny that when I was editing it, my roommate was overhearing it and she thought it was funny. She's not a Kiss fan.
Yeah, it's a pretty amazing story. All right, so other stuff coming up. Let's see. Gene's got these. I guess he's got a master class coming up and the vault at the Monster Mini Golf, right? So February 10th is the vault experience and February 11th is the Gene Simmons master class. So if you're in the Vegas area, right?
Yeah.
That'll be your next vault. Or
and
is that the next vault experience?
No, well, Miami is happening right now as we're recording this. And
Ace is there.
Ace is there, and they've already posted pictures about it. So if you go to there's a Gene Simmons Vault group on Facebook, and Keith Valcourt, who was on the show, he was posting pictures, and I think it's at like a car dealership or something. It looked at a really cool location, but there's already photos of Gene and Ace just kind of hanging out. But what I really wanted to mention, if you haven't gone to one of those master classes where it's like Gene showing you how to write songs and play bass, super cool. I've never done it, but I've watched it happen, and it's super cool.
In a very short time, you're going to be playing a musical instrument.
Who is next?
You're actually going to be writing your own song. And that you think is impossible because you don't even play an instrument. And I'm here to tell you that it's not necessarily to play an instrument to write a song. Really. You don't have to read or write music to create music.
You may not be a rock star, but I'm going to make you feel like one. Come back for all the info. You'll be glad you did. GeneSimmonsActs.com.
Peter is coming out of the woodwork and doing some horror conventions coming up very soon. So he's got I guess the first one is in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's the Mad Monster Party, February 16th through the 18th. You can go to madmonster.com to check that out. I'm actually considering going to that one. It's about 8 hours from me, but I've met a lot of KISS members in my life, but I've never met Peter. So I've got a lot of stuff that I need to get. And then he's doing another one in New Jersey at the New Jersey Horror Convention on March the 2nd through the 4th.
Now, how do you feel about those?
Me personally?
Well, both of you, because do you guys remember when I know he did his farewell concert, but he also said that he was not doing any meet and greets anymore.
Did he say that?
Yeah.
I thought he said he was never going to play again.
Well, it was, he said no more meet and greets, and then after that he said no more concerts.
Oh.
He said,
well, if he said that, I guess we can't fault him too much because KISS did do a farewell tour about 18 years ago.
2000. Exactly. Well, speaking of the Vault experience, that was not rescheduled for Australia. That was always in November, but the actual Gene Simmons solo band shows have now been redone so that he can land at the same time, not have to come down here twice.
Right.
Why would you? No, I don't know if it had anything to do with ticket sales, but yeah, it's been moved to the same time anyway. Hopefully, the both can sort of hype each other up to wanting to do both of them at the same time. So yeah, Aussie fans have got to wait till November to see Gene.
Yeah, I know a lot are very angry. So
and I was trying to explain it to them in the group, and I was like, "Hey guys, I'm like, Gene is 70, and he probably has the best of everything. He could literally have a new plane every day if he wanted to. He has the best of everything. But when you get to that age, like traveling halfway around the world it's gonna take its toll on you. So he just probably doesn't want to do it twice."
I got to say this whole Vault thing is just I've been really impressed by it. I think he's done it absolutely amazingly. If he before he even did the Vault, what was the opinion of Gene's demos? Like there was always Gene recorded 60 million songs, most of them of subpar quality. So that I always thought to myself, I don't know if I'd want to listen to 3 of Gene's demos, let alone 10 CDs of his demos. But he's done it in such a way that's actually got me excited. Like, not that I'm actually going to got the money to do it myself, but I've actually been quite excited by it. The special guests, the way he spends times with the fans. It's like he's sort of selling himself as well as the package. But I actually reckon I'm quite blown away by the way he's done this whole thing. It's been done very well.
Maybe you could sell some Kiss tchotchkes and you can go when he comes in whenever the Vault is down there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
I was looking around my room for what can I sell.
Well, what'd you say to me during one of our chats? You said that you set everything up, and then you looked at it and you go, I don't even like this anymore.
It was just this wall of oppressiveness of way too much stuff, and I thought, yeah, no, gotta halve this stuff. It's horrible.
All right, and then we've got the 20th anniversary of the Indie Kiss Expo coming up, May 12th through the 13th. KissArmyWarehouse.com. Go there to check out the information on that. I don't know if it's posted yet.
I think the only thing you can do is reserve your room right now, because where it is the location is set, but I don't think anything else is set on that. I know UD Replicas is probably going to be there, and I know we're probably going to be there too.
We're probably going to be there, yes. And the rumor I heard in Atlanta at the Vinny Expo was that they were trying to get Ace. So we'll see if that happens or not.
So I heard you got arrested. Tell me about it.
You got to watch the last episode for that one too.
I'll have a look. Yeah.
And then finally,
Will Peter show. Will Peter show at any of Gene's one? Gene does get along with him quite well. He's only really sort of, him and Paul don't get along well. Do you think Peter would do one?
I think he's been invited, but who knows? So to New York, I think it was.
Yeah, which is going to be a madhouse regardless if Peter's there or not.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, and then the last date that I've got on here is the Gene Simmons Vault in Nashville, which I will hopefully be attending April 14th. And the big deal with that is Vinny has confirmed that he will be there. Whether that actually happens or not, we won't know until that day. But it'll be very interesting to see Gene and Vinny in the same room if it does happen. And it'll be a special treat for all of the fans, I'm sure. So GeneSimmonsVault.com. Head there if you want to participate in that.
There's one more date. There's a to-be-announced Nashville Kiss Expo that might be happening.
Forgot about that. I didn't scroll down. Excuse my coughing, guys. I've been sick since the expo in Atlanta. So, but yeah. So there's a Derek Christopher who put on the Atlanta expo. Throughout that, he was trying to get Vinny to do a Invasion reunion, and he was going to try to put together a Nashville expo in the next 6 months. So it looks like he's working on that. We won't know. There's no set details at all. So, but I'll definitely be going to that as well.
Yeah, please, definitely go to the expo, and there's a really great feature there called Wait in Line, and you just literally stand in line all day.
I participated in that feature, paid extra for it. It was actually my favorite part.
We were talking about this on the last episode, and I totally forgot that I had a similar experience in 2012. Peter Criss appeared at the New York Kiss Expo in 2012, and basically what you did is you could purchase the tickets to his meet and greet at any time, and then when you checked in the day of the expo, that's when you determined your place in line. So I think they sold 200 tickets, and I was like number 40 or 50. Like, I wasn't that bad. But what they were doing is you would line up, and then over the PA they would say, okay, 1 through 10 is done, then they would call your number. So what I've been doing during the day is I was checking, who was in line. And I think the expo started at like 11 a.m. And number 40 or 50, let's just say I was number 50. Number 50 did not go in to meet Peter until 7 o'clock at night.
Oh, my God. Did you
That's how I would hate, man.
They only sold 200 tickets?
200 things to meet Peter.
Wow. Because, the Vinny thing was like easily over 1,000.
It was Vinny. It was, but
crazy. So.
Yes, I just remember that. So I'm always like, what's the best way to do this? Like, someone's got to figure it out.
My autograph numbers, because the way the Atlanta Expo worked was you had to purchase autograph tickets and you had to purchase photo tickets, and they were numbered. And my autograph tickets were like 1,100 and something, and then my photo ticket was like 400 and something. So, those photos were $60 a piece.
what you guys don't know is now Vinnie Vincent is going to be suffering from writer's syndrome. You know, he's going to have the same ailment as Mark St. John. He's going to have from signing all those autographs.
I tell you what, that dude has some of the best penmanship I've ever seen, and the autographs he was signing on Friday. I mean, they looked as great Saturday evening as they did on Friday. I mean, if we're going to jump right into it, here's my Creatures Tour book. Now, this isn't a new acquisition, but that autograph is a new acquisition. So,
did you ever think you would have an autographed, personally autographed Vinnie Vincent? Yeah, you almost couldn't believe it a while ago.
I went to the '96 conventions when Vinnie made the rounds.
Okay.
And that's where I got my history book signed stuff, and that's when he was putting on the makeup. And I've got a picture of my 20-year-old self with Vinnie Vincent in makeup, and it's killer, man. So
yeah,
I will send that to you to drop in right there. So
Kistery in one hand, dick in the other hand. We got a little surprise for you. So we want to turn the podcast over to Nicholas for a new feature we like to call New Confessions.
These things that have come in now, these are sort of all the latest ones. So I don't know how many out there collect new stuff, but I thought this should be almost like a news thing of what's out there. Very first up, we have the Army of Darkness. Kiss meets the Army of Darkness. It's the Evil Dead franchise. Now I know actually very little. I haven't actually seen the Evil Dead movies. Andrew, you look like an Evil Dead fan.
Evil Dead, I think it's two. Well, because there's the original Evil Dead, or I can't, and I'm not a horror buff, so I really apologize on this. I think so. It was called. I think it was Evil Dead, and then Evil Dead 2. But I think is Evil Dead 2 also called Army of Darkness, or is that Evil Dead?
Yeah,
3?
maybe. I'm not sure, but these comics are called Army of Darkness. So yeah.
Yeah. I think one of the Evil Deads was renamed Army of Darkness.
The little copy says the Evil Dead franchise. Ash Williams has crossed paths with a handful of pop culture icons in the world of comic books, including Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Xena, Warrior Princess, and even the Christmas demon known as Krampus. Okay. So it just seems like it's in the line of the Kiss Meets Archie kind of thing, where they do a one-off, or I don't know if you saw the Kiss Meets Mars Attacks one. That was the one-off that came. So
that was super cool. And what they did is one of the splash pages in there, and I'll drop this in here because I actually have this comic. One of the splash pages has the Mars Attacks guys in the Kiss makeup, and it looks like the old Marvel comic where they first get the makeup on and they come crashing through. Says, we're a Kiss. So yeah, Kiss versus Mars Attacks was super cool.
Yeah.
So if you're into Army of Darkness or even Kiss, you may have watched this podcast. You're probably into Kiss, but this one's coming out. The second one is, I think, just about to be released. So as we speak at the moment, the next thing I had was a couple of T-shirts have come in from Kiss Online for Valentine's Day. I know Jason's married, so he'll be doing something. Andrew will be doing something with his hand. So we've got Calling Dr. Love is the first T-shirt. It doesn't even have a Kiss. It doesn't even have a Kiss logo on it. So it's just Calling Dr. Love. You can wear Kiss without showing Kiss. And the second one is it's taking a lyric from Hide Your Heart, I think it is. Like a romantic lyric from that. I actually haven't got it on screen at the moment. So tell me what that says.
I gotta zoom in because Nicholas.
Just so people know, me and Andrew aren't trying to be rude to Nicholas. We're looking at the photos of these things on our phones.
Because Nicholas was nice enough to send all this stuff to us before.
Trying to see what I said.
We started recording. So if you look at that, it says, I can't. Damn it, Nicholas! The photo you sent me is so pixelated that I'm trying to go in and see it. So okay,
out of my head
over you. Does that look like a men's shirt to you?
Yeah, that one's a men's shirt, and the other one's the female shirt.
Okay, so that one, it's out of my head over you, but it has Leon on there, and the Hot in the Shade, postage stamp logo on there. I kind of like that shirt, man.
I like that shirt.
Yeah, that's quite cool. Yeah. I don't think it's too. You could only wear it on Valentine's Day. It looks all right. What else do I have? Also just come in. Oh, this came in a little bit a while ago, but I can't speak. A little bit a while ago. A little bit a while ago. This is the 11-inch custom KISS inflatable stand-up paddleboard. It has the ability to make Paul Stanley seem very, very small in the photo. And I assume it's like from what it says is it comes with a hand pump. So it's
I'm sure
storable.
I'm sure it does.
Sure it does. Pump for your love gun. A backpack, ankle leash, repair kit. Yeah, and weighing only 32. This is very funny. Weighing only 32 pounds. Our KISS Rock Legends board can handle weight up to 350 pounds for the larger paddler of the family looking to go tandem. They've obviously seen a KISS convention, so they know the size they're dealing with.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
It's terrible, man.
Just so everybody knows, these two skinny fools I actually weigh about 320 pounds, so I'm not insulted. You don't get insulted. So.
Yeah, but what you're not telling is, Jason, you're like 7 feet tall. Like literally, when I met Jason last week, I was like, "Oh, you are tall."
Yeah, it's the weight stretched out over a height. If I was that weight, I'd be.
Yeah,
like
dude. If I was that, I would be wider than I am tall.
Tall, exactly.
Actually,
it's a good thing I'm not 5'6". I'd be in trouble.
That reminds me of a funny story. My very first job as a teenager, I was working at the Sears men's department, and I used to have this one guy call, and he would want dress pants that were 50, because in men's pants they're measured in inches here, and he would want the waist to be 50, but the length to be 28. So I'm like, man, I never saw. I always put his pants aside, but I never saw the guy. I always wanted to, because I'm like, man, I need to see this. I just need to see the proportions. Like, I just.
So you would just fit in one leg, wouldn't you? You just kind of jump in one leg.
What I would do is I would just wrap the pants around me. That's what I would do.
Exactly.
I wouldn't even have to jump. I just wrap them around me.
What have I got next? The next thing is a great KISS Destroyer Tour T-shirt. And what do we all notice is wrong with it? It's pretty obvious. Most KISS fans will see it.
It has a love gun picture.
Yeah, it's a love gun picture.
So there's a lot of companies doing this, like Junk Food and all those ones where it's almost deliberate. They deliberately get the era wrong. There's they grab a whole bunch of stuff together. You'll get Dressed to Kill with Leon behind it, and I think it's almost done. It's almost a bit not tongue in cheek, but a bit sort of hipster, where it's deliberately the wrong era.
Right. Another thing I want to point out is that is from Kmart.com, so get it while you can, because I'm sure this will be the last year of Kmart. So
I'm actually surprised that there is still a Kmart.
Right. I know they're closing. You know, Sears owns Kmart, and both of them are closing another, over 100 stores each. So I think we're about to see the end of the dynasty of Sears, which ruled the United States for so long. So.
A few Aussie fans have written and said why they couldn't get them, but Kmart is actually a different Kmart here to the American Kmart, so you won't find it in Australia.
Oh, gotcha. Interesting. Didn't know that.
Also, the next piece is obviously an artist rendition called the Sculpted Demon Porcelain Stein. That one comes from Bradford Exchange. And Bradford Exchange are very famous. They seem to be almost not making the pieces until they get enough orders. So I think I've heard stories of fans ordering the KISS merchandise and then being told that the series is not going ahead. So that's their new modus operandi. Is they'll do the it's obviously a graphic illustration. That's definitely not a photo of anything. But so if enough people order it, it'll actually get made. What will the quality be like? Will it be like the things we saw recently from them? I don't know. And I think we all remember what some of those the likenesses look like compared to what was sold. Was not good.
The unlikeness is what it was.
The unlikeness.
Exactly.
But I'll tell you something. I'm looking at a photo of this Demon Stein. Now they are just completely just superfluous with all the things that are in there. It's just completely unneeded. But I actually kind of like it. Would I drink out of it? Probably not. What I would probably do is I would probably take the top off. No, I would use it as like where I put all my pens in my office. That's what I would use it for.
A lovely pen store.
Yeah, a lovely pen holder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like it's funny looking. Can you imagine just drinking out of that, like I'm having a spot of tea, just drinking out of this giant stein, or even like you're drinking a beer and you're drinking that. What's the first thing gonna break off? That tongue is breaking off. I'm telling you, it's gonna break off.
What was the last thing that I had was the 12-inch Destroyer figures. So for those of you who collect the series of figures, Toy Company, the 12-inch set wasn't released at the same time as the 8-inch lot, but they've finally got around to doing the 12-inch. Do they look any better? They look a little better from the photo, but the photo is sometimes, the pre-sample, and the ones that actually ship aren't as good. I have had, since we sort of besmirched the name of this series, of this Destroyer one, I have had fans written to me and said, actually, I've got them. The Destroyer ones don't look too bad. So, yeah, obviously personal preference, but I didn't think that the effort was put into them as the previous ones. Anyway.
I completely agree, because I actually saw, it was probably the 8-inch ones that I saw in Atlanta. Yeah. And let me tell you, there's a huge drop in quality from what they were doing with the Dress to Kill and Alive ones to what these are.
Yeah, the Destroyer 8-inch is the only ones I don't have. I only bought the 8-inch versions of all the previous sets, and I have them all. Just haven't gotten these yet. So,
are you going to get them?
And we still wait for Dynasty.
Yes.
Still wait for what?
Dynasty.
What?
Dynasty.
Don't make me say it. Dynasty.
Oh, you're not funny.
Who, him or me?
Yes.
Or both?
Or both. Or me. Yes. Dynasty, the artist formerly known as Dynasty, was still rumored to be coming out, but still never seen hide nor hair of them yet.
Yeah.
And that's the end of the segment.
All right, guys, let's talk about some stuff that you got.
Okay.
Should we do that now?
Yeah.
Sure.
Who wants to go first?
Andrew?
Let's go first.
Okay.
Rock,
right.
paper, scissors.
Yeah, rock, paper, scissors. So I have a couple things that I want to show. The first thing I want to show, I want to get this out of the way. I don't know if we're going to sell these or what we're going to do, but make sure you get your Kiss My Collectibles sticker. So,
of course, he thinks to show that, and I don't.
Yeah, I would show the actual pin that we have, but it is attached to my bag. So, I carry that around with me everywhere I go. So I don't know where I'm going to stick this, but I'm going to stick it somewhere. Kiss My Collectibles. It's actually on my turntable. We were ill prepared for that. Sorry, I opened up a can of worms. But there, we have a sticker, a pin, and a new slip mat. So I'll drop the graphics in here, and you'll get to see our new merch. Go to kissmycollectibles.com to order.
Looking good.
I think I should probably put that up on the website then, right?
It might be a good idea. Okay.
I've only posted it in the Facebook group, so.
All right. So getting back to the Gene Simmons vault experience, one of the coolest things about the Gene Simmons vault is that they send out these little pre-packs where they give you all kinds of cool stuff. So similar to Willy Wonka, here's my golden ticket. And I don't know if Gene actually put who it was to. It looks like it might be his handwriting, but where it says Andrew and then he signed it. So it's cool. And I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Maybe I'm going to make a display of it, but the ticket's kind of cool. So
I like it.
So he spent all this money. Who's the quality control in the Gene Simmons vault? So here's my laminate. And
Cleveland.
Yeah, my city.
Cleveland.
Like meet Cleveland.
Yeah.
And you know what's funny about this too? It's like I posted this in the vault group. I didn't even know. Like I was just excited that it got here, and someone's like, "Oh man, I'm from Australia, so I could be wrong, but did they spelled Cleveland wrong?" And I looked at it and I go, "Certainly did." They certainly did. So, and then I don't have it here to show, but they also give you an "Are You Ready?" free download. So I was able to download that song. It's actually pretty good. I
You mean
really
to tell
enjoy
me you can't show your download? I don't understand.
No, they give you a download card. So the card. The card is put away, just because I'm like I'm not going to display this with all my vault stuff. So the other cool thing is they give these cool little promo flats with this same photo on there, because this is like the promo photo. they give these promo flats, and when we were in Atlanta, they had them lined all up on the table. And they were Vault representatives in Atlanta. So they had all these cool little things on the table, these little promo pictures that you can take. And I was talking to the rep, and I said, "Hey, I just purchased it in Cleveland, and I'm really excited." And they're like, "You bought this?" So he kind of goes away for a minute, and then he pulled out a signed one for me. So I think they give these out at the actual Vault experience, but he gave this to me in Atlanta. So a lot of them were unsigned, but mine was signed. So I thought that was really cool that they did that.
I'm sure you'll get another one at the actual Vault experience.
Yeah, and when I get the one at the Vault experience, I'm going to ask Gene to personalize it to eBay. So Gene, please write to eBay on there. No, I never sell autographs, so I won't be doing that. But this is cool. I thought this was really cool.
eBay.
Yeah, to eBay. Okay, so I got the next bunch of stuff that I want to show is all Japanese stuff. And, too bad we don't have Alan Belisha on to talk about this, but we're going to talk about
Instead of Nicholas?
Yeah, instead of Nicholas. Yeah. But speaking of Alan Belisha, I just got this week his latest release.
Nice.
Did you get yours yet,
Nice.
Jason?
Yeah, I actually was going to open mine.
Oh, look at that.
I just got it last night. So.
Yeah, so I got mine actually when I came back from Atlanta. I got mine. Now, Alan has asked that we don't show the inside, so I'm gonna do that. But I will show you the back because
I'm bootlegging it now.
I will show you the back because this is a Bob Gruen photo that probably belongs to the Shinko archives where Alan gets a lot of his stuff from. But I have an 8x10 of a similar shot of this. And what I like about this photo so much is as a kid, it had my two favorite things, Kiss, and I know it's hard to see, but Kiss and Godzilla. So I have a photo of that in my room. That one of my
they're
really
all
good
smiling. It's quite cool.
Yeah. I thought that, and you know what?
Bit of fun in there.
They look great. I thought they looked great in '78. So I haven't read this yet. I'm probably going to actually read this today after we get off the air. But this is so cool. I flipped through it already. It's on par with the Kiss in Japan book and on par with the Takes Tokyo 77. So I don't know if there's any left or if it's sold out or not, but email balish@gmail.com to see if you can order your copy of Budokan.
I think it is still available.
It is still available?
Yeah.
So I think Alan and I were talking. I think if he has stock left, he may send a bunch of stock to me to sell at one of the upcoming expos. So be on the lookout for that if you want to purchase one. But don't wait for the expo. Email balish@gmail.com for all the
Or is
information.
it Polish? Polish?
Polish?
I don't know. I've always said Balish.
Yeah, well, he kind of said
Balish.
Yeah, he kind of said that. Yeah, he kind of said that. Balish, so Balish, and but yeah, it's super cool, super cool. So next, because I do have more stuff. I just happened to get a lot of stuff at the same time, which I thought was kind of cool. Okay. So I mentioned this on a previous episode. I just didn't show it, but session drummer and former Ace drummer was in Japan recently, and I guess he purchased a bunch of vinyl, and he was selling off some vinyl. So Matt Starr actually purchased this vinyl in Japan and then sent it to me, but it was the Ace solo LP from Japan. Got the obi, got the poster, black and white Japanese insert, and it has the sleeve. But yeah, so once I got this, I was like, man, this is so cool. And I was like, you know what? I think I want all the solo albums.
Oh, isn't that how it always happens?
Yeah.
Well,
this one looks cool. I need the...
Yeah, I need the other
now
one.
I need all four. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's how they get you. I can't tell you how many times I bought the same damn thing 4 times because I gotta have one of each guy. And that's why when...
And it drives you insane when you've got 3
and
you haven't got that 4th one. You almost kind of go, this is almost not complete. I've got to complete this.
Right. and you don't know, I have really bad OCD. So it would keep me up at night if I had a missing thing. And I would literally just sit up at night and just ponder,
Don't ever try to buy those damn Wallace pins from 78 then, because you'll never find Peter Criss unless you're lucky like this Folio over here in Australia.
No, they were the pins. They were the neck chains. I haven't got any of the pins.
Yeah.
I want
you haven't got any of the pins?
No, I haven't got the pins. Send them in.
Send them in. Here's Nicholas's P.O. Box address.
Who wants to give me $2,000 pins for free?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. So that's the one I'm missing, and you only see it for about $2,000, and
Well, so
I don't think I have those.
And that's kind of why I was like really deciding what I was going to have Gene sign at the vault here in Cleveland, because I don't want him to start something, because like, let's just say I get Gene's solo LP signed. Then I got to get the other solo LP signed. Then I got to, Ace and Peter are probably easier, but then I got to like stalk Paul to get him to sign something. I mean, you guys remember in the summer I had to go all the way to Niagara, New York to get Paul to sign my last solo album insert CD poster. So I don't want to start something and have to have it completed. So I know Gene's going to sign the vault for me, and then I have another photo he's going to sign for my collection. Then I got to find something else. Anyway, just getting off on a tangent here. So got the Ace solo LP, and then I was like, yeah, I really want to find the other solo LP. So put it up on the page, and I was able to trade. I traded my Kiss Cruise LP for the rest of the Japanese solo albums. We got Paul.
Yay!
We got Peter.
Oh, nice.
And we got Gene. So they are all complete except for Paul. I am missing the sleeve, but they all have the black and white inserts, the posters, and obviously the vinyl and the opening. But Paul is just missing the sleeve. For those that don't know,
what's on the rear? What's on the rear of the black and white insert? Is it just the same picture? Or is it all four of them?
It's a lyric booklet.
Yeah, it's this. So it's.
No, I haven't seen that before. So show it for all the people at home who haven't seen it.
And then you open it up, and then it's got some cool photos in there, and all the text is in Japanese.
I had not seen that.
It does have English lyrics in it too, doesn't it?
Yes, mostly in Japanese though. So like.
Yeah, it's got it. Yeah, but it has English and Japanese lyrics in it.
Yeah, but like if you look at this cover page with these cool photos in there, this is like all Japanese.
Correct.
And it's actually very cool. It's very, very cool to have that with that. So, do you know, and I guess we should probably ask our vinyl expert on this, is there any differences?
Yes.
Is there any differences between the sleeves? Is there any difference between the sleeves? Like in...
All right, let me get...
Hang on.
Yes? Let me limber up here.
Pull out your stack of records on top of each other.
Are there any differences between this in America and Japan?
Look down at the bottom.
What am I
You
looking
don't
at?
see Victor on it anywhere?
No.
Maybe there's not. It's a good question.
So this one came from Ace. I know, this one came from Peter. Let me look at the Ace one, because the Ace one was purchased in Japan. I guess they were all purchased in Japan. Okay, so up at the top, the Ace one says VIP, so for Victor. So let me look at the it's at the top. Hold on, let me look. I don't have a lot of space here, so I'm trying to like move like stuff around, and it's just
Yeah, Andrew's in a hole.
Okay, so they all do say VIP all at the top, just not at the bottom.
I knew it indicated Victor somewhere.
Yes, so it's just up at the top. So I gotta find if anybody has one, they're either selling or trading. Private message me or post it on the page. I just need they're all the same, so I just need one of these from Japan for my Paul Stanley.
Oh, so that's the sleeve you're missing. You're missing the inner sleeve.
Yeah, this is the sleeve that I'm missing. So I'm missing that. So if anybody has an extra, let me know.
All right.
So, and I won't show the Vault shirt. That probably would have gone good with the Vault. But those are all my new acquisitions. You know what? I'll show it on the next show. But I should have showed I showed a picture on the last show. But my Lynn Goldsmith book that Danny Dabbs.
Oh
signed
yeah.
For me. So I'll show that on the next show to kind of give you. But yeah, that's all. That's all my new acquisitions.
Nice.
So.
Cool stuff.
Yeah.
So let me go next because I'm sure my stuff is not nearly as impressive as Nicholas, and I don't have very much. So
it reminds me of the time on Kiss My Wax when I'd be like, yeah, check out this, check out this camel version of Destroyer. It's really cool. And Tom's like, well, I got a white double platinum, and you're like, oh, son of a bitch.
Yeah, it's like your shoulders just go. Ugh.
Yeah, why'd I even bother? Yeah, why'd I even bother?
I think I've shown on a previous episode, but it's kind of a different episode now, so I want to show it again. I've got Julian Gill's pretty massive
I want that.
compendium. Yeah, well, I'm pretty sure he's doing a couple of different versions of it because I just called him out on his Facebook page because he was teasing other potential covers, and I was like, "You're gonna make me buy this damn thing 3 or 4 times, aren't you?" So Because this is not a cheap book, and it is not. I mean, it's a huge compendium of his.
It is such a good book. The
right.
first one is amazing. It's great. One of my favorites.
So this is the Atlanta Expo edition, and he only did 50 of these, and these are sold out. But I do believe that he's going to have other versions available, hopefully. So he may do, if the Nashville Expo happens, he's thinking of doing a Nashville edition, and I'm pretty sure he's going to do an indie version as well. So
yeah, I think he's definitely set for indie. We just don't know any details about indie.
So this is very, very cool, and it's just, I mean, if you're a statistic nerd, I mean, this is your book, because I mean, it's not a picture book. It's just text of pretty much every show or not pretty much, but every show they 13 to 2017. It's pretty amazing.
But not just that. Like I found myself really fired up to be part of the Kiss Army after if you read that 70s one, it's just wall to wall of bad review, because he includes the set list and he includes the local paper's review.
Yes.
And I don't know how the band didn't all go and hang themselves in private, because it is just like bad review, bad review, bad review, bad review. And at the end of it, it actually makes you more of a Kiss fan, because you go, they just faced so much hate from the press. Yeah. And they were so good. You know, it's this real juxtaposition reading it, just seeing how much the press, and if they said something nice, it was like a sort of a backhand. It was a sort of an insult disguised as a compliment kind of thing.
They were too busy counting their money to care about what the press was thinking.
Well, not early on. They weren't counting any money early. Before 75, they weren't counting much money at all. So you have
to be tough. You have to be tough to have that level of criticism and insults thrown at you to make it through. Yeah.
And I kind of want to get it now, because I didn't get it because I had so many books come in. Like I had Tom's book come in, and then I had the Lynn Goldsmith book come in. I had the what's the other one? Kiss Classified come in. The Paul Solo album, the Paul Solo Tour book come in. I had so many books come in, and I was like, do I need another one? But now that you showed that, I think I'll probably get it in either indie or
it's in my top 2 or 3. I reckon it's my top.
It's definitely. Speaking of that Paul Solo Tour book, and you may have to help me with some information on this, Andrew, because I don't know a ton about it. If you know a ton about it, but Kiss Army Spain.
Yep, that's all I know.
That's all you know. I did a Paul Stanley '89 solo tour book, and I wasn't going to show this, but I just happened to turn around and it was under my stack of books. But this is just a recount of his solo tour, and it's so well done.
Ooh, and I want to mention who provided the books to us. Hold on one second.
Yeah, Steve Allen got them.
Steve Allen, right? Correct. Steve Allen
got them for us, and thank you, Steve.
Yes.
He bought one. And Tom and Andrew. And
Rick Allen.
Yes.
And it comes with this little poster. But I mean, it's very, very well done. And I don't know. Do you know if these are still available, Andrew?
I know they're still available on like a resale site. So if you go to Kiss Museum or KissArmyWarehouse.com, they're available on there. But I don't even know where the initial purchase was, because it was purchased for us.
Right.
So I didn't even know. And I know my good friend.
I mean, I would imagine they were .com, their website is what I would guess, but I don't know for sure.
I don't know, and shame on us for not knowing, because we are the source for this. But yeah, check out. I know you could purchase them on Kiss Army Warehouse or KissMuseum.com.
Okay, good.
As a reseller to get that stuff. But yeah, it's a great book. I love books that are set up like scrapbooks like that. So it's very similar in the vein of the Kiss in Japan book, the Kiss Classified book, and Sealed with a Kiss. So I love
it
books
looks
like
good.
that. Yeah, it does look really good.
Yeah, it's laid out very well. So, and then I would be remiss if I didn't show this, but I'm going to. So Kiss Alive Forever, repressed or reprinted. I don't remember how many they did. 200 copies or something like that.
I think it was more than that.
Was it more than that?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I know, but I talked to the author recently, and I know there's 90 copies of that cover left that will be for sale at some expo.
Yeah, Kiss Alive Forever has been out of print for many years, and it's highly regarded as probably one of the best recollections of their tour dates and stories behind, shows and set lists and all of those sorts of things. But it only goes up through
2001.
2001, I think.
I think the last show might be Tommy Thayer's first show in Jamaica, that early 2002 show.
I think you're right. Yeah. It goes, March 6, 2002, that private gig. So, but anyway, this is the Atlanta Kiss Expo version that they did reprint with a Vinny cover, and it's got a picture of Vinny on the back as well. You can find the original versions used, but you can still get this. How are they selling it through? What's that?
I'm not sure, because I know the book was available through Pledge Music, and
Pledge Music, yeah.
Pledge Music did that. So contact Pledge Music about that. But the authors, Kurt Gooch, they post on the Kiss Heavy Keyboard, so you could find them on there if you needed to get a copy somewhere. Now, let me ask you, because is Kiss Alive Forever and the On Tour book, are they similar in content?
Well, as far as the dates go, yes, they're similar. But this, Kiss Alive Forever has a lot of storytelling and things like that, where the On Tour book is, for the most part, other than the reviews that there's pictures of in there, it's really just fact based.
Okay.
Not. There's a lot of interviews where people that were at particular shows were talked to in Kiss Alive Forever, and you just get a lot of stories and things about the particular show. This is just a list of facts, just mind-boggling facts about shows and songs played and this and that. I think they complement each other more than anything.
Okay.
It's not like if you buy one, you don't need the other. First of all, Julian's book goes all the way up through 2017, where this one stops in 2002. So, there's 15 years missing in this book. So, for no other reason, that's why you would want to get Julian's On Tour book. But yeah, I think they're a good complement of each other.
Yeah.
Cool. Dying here.
Get some water.
Choking to death.
Man, get some water.
I've been drinking water. All right. So you already showed this, but I'm going to open it up on the air.
It's actually packed really well.
Yes.
Man, get yourself a straight edge. Open it up with scissors like a child.
That's the way I open it.
That's the way you open it.
Yeah, exactly. All the time. Cut like halfway through some rare shit. So.
Woo! All right. Junk. I'm not going to open it up, but it comes sealed in this nice little plastic bag. Andrew has already shown it. Balish, Balish, at Gmail. Is that right?
Yeah, at
gmail.com. That's it. Write him and ask how you get a copy. And I think he's selling them for $19.78. Is that right? Correct. So, and he sold his 77 book, which is now sold out for $19.77. So there's that. Very, very well done.
What's he gonna do next? Is he gonna do one for the Japanese '88 tour? I don't know if I would buy that.
I would buy that in a heartbeat, because nothing's ever done. So yeah, and then I guess the last thing I'm gonna go over, or I'm gonna try to show, is and Andrew, you may have to talk a little bit about this too, but there's this huge ass box of.
Oh yeah.
Has that got anything on that side? No, let's show this side.
It's Gene Simmons soda. So the guys at Rocket Fizz were super generous with us. I actually met them in Niagara, New York, at the Kiss show, and they recognized me from the show, and they were like, "Hey, we love the show. We're doing this Gene Simmons soda. We'd like to give you some." And they gave us all a box of Gene Simmons soda. Now, the only reason why I can't show mine is because I drank it all. That's how good it is. I'm not a soda drinker, but I tell you, there's four versions in there. There's the regular cola, Diet Cola, then there's ginger ale and root beer. And let me tell you something, the root beer in there is so good. So good.
I've never had root beer in my whole life because it's not very
Really?
big out. So I'm looking forward to trying that exact one there to see what it tastes like.
Yeah, it's so cool. The artwork is cool on there. They're all glass bottles. They are twist off, so you don't need a bottle opener to open them, just in case if you were wondering. And they're so cool. They're available worldwide, so you can go to, what's the website address on there? Is it Gene Simmons Money Bag?
It just says Gene Simmons. I think it just says GeneSimmons.com.
No, I don't think there's an actual website, but you can go to Rocket Fizz to check it out. But I believe it's
okay. RocksteadySodas.com.
Yeah, Rocksteady. That's the one I was looking for. RocksteadySodas.com. You could head over there to purchase yours. But some retailers have these available, and the ginger ale, so good, so good, so good. So we're super grateful for them for sending us.
A big thank you to shipping all the way to Australia for me as well. That was
because this box is not light.
Yeah, no, it's heavy as hell. Yeah.
So, all right, I am done. That's pretty much all of my acquisitions for the last couple of months.
So, Nicholas, what new stuff have you acquired besides that house?
Besides the house, I've got a few things. Just sort of, this is more sort of a tidying up loose ends kind of thing. So it's nothing like jaw-droppingly amazing, but I've got a few things here to complete what I didn't have before. I finally got a Peter Criss songbook.
Yay!
Which would complete a lot, which is, I quite like it. It's some lovely 78 pictures of Peter in here, and I hope to sit down at the piano later and belt out at 4 a.m. That's the kind of sugar Papa likes, to wake up the kids. But
So speaking of things that I need completed, I know you can't see them because they signed in black back then in the convention, but my Paul and my Gene and my Ace are all signed.
Oh, cool.
But I still need my Peter Criss to get signed. And I'm glad you mentioned that because I wouldn't have remembered that. So if I go to meet Peter,
doesn't that keep you up at night?
Nah, it used to, but it's been since 1995. So
it probably did in 95.
This next one, I've got one more to collect now. But these, I don't know if you'll be able to see it. I may have to send Andrew a picture to drop in. But these are 2 more stickers from the 1980 Vitabrits packs.
Wow.
It says Gene and Peter. It could be Rice Krispies. Yeah, Rice Krispies. Rice Krispies was the unmasked. These are the Vitabrits ones. So I've got one more to get after this, which is the Gene unmasked face. So getting close to completing it.
Let's take a look at the Vitabrits commercial right now.
Kiss fans, Kiss put-ons are here. Display them for the world to see. You're in this Kiss army now. Kiss put-ons are great on the special Kiss posters too. Collect all 9 Kiss put-ons. There's one inside each pack of Vitabrits and Krispies, plus 2 different Kiss posters on the back. And I know you. Get them now with every large Vitabrits and Krispies.
Yeah.
I love those commercials. So anytime I could show them.
They made them quick in those days.
Yeah. just so I could show them. I just like those old commercials.
Okay, a couple of small things here. I've got, this came with something else. I already had this, but it's the comb from the 1980 show
cool.
bag. Yeah, so keep it in my hair for the rest of the episode.
Look at that, it works.
Yeah, it does work.
It does work.
Hey, you know what? There's also a commercial for the show bag too. You wanna watch that too?
Let's watch it.
Here at last, the electrifying Kiss show bag. In every bag, there's an official Kiss badge, the groovy Kiss comb, a giant-sized Kiss color postcard. For your T-shirts, a Kiss iron-on transfer, a trendy Kiss choker, and just look at this, a Kiss face mask with hair. And now, available in Australia, the craze that's sweeping America, the sensational all-new disco wigs. Available at the Kiss stand.
Super cool. I love those commercials.
Hang on.
All right.
For the next thing, I got to grab my testicles. I am just a boy. There we go. It's the Elder. Can you see that? The Elder badge.
Super cool.
Now, there's 6 of these. I've only got 1. I'm sure much better collectors than me have got the whole set. But anyway, this is my first one, and it comes like gold on the back. Gold.
I love gold.
Unlike the album, it went gold.
I love gold.
I love gold.
Unlike the album, it went gold.
Don't you think it's gone gold by now, though?
Yes,
now, absolutely.
This one was quite fascinating. This is the Kiss Aussie stickers complete on the board. So this came in shop. So this is how it would.
That's so cool.
They'd all attached through there. But the one thing I did notice when I got this, and I'd never noticed this before, and does this make this not an official item, is there's no Aucoin copyrights or anything on it in any way. So is this not official? That's the question. I haven't figured that out yet, because at the moment it's in my book, but I never realised. Diamond Prints did all the other stickers, like the labels, the school labels, and all the other Aussie stickers. But maybe this isn't official. Maybe this is something that was made at the time, but not official.
I would bank to say that it is official. There are a few things that are we definitely know are official that do not have Aucoin markings on them anywhere.
But it's strange because most of the Aussie ones did. So
right.
This is one of the very few things that I haven't, unless they're definitely not on the back. No. So anyway, there's that, which I like. What else have I got? I got this as well, which is quite cool. This is an iron-on from the newspaper. They said
so cool.
What is it called? The Herald, which looks like it's from I think it's from South Australia, and every other Australian will probably scream at me that it's not from South Australia, but I'm going to say it's from South Australia. And this is an iron-on that there was one, I got a big book of old newspapers and had ABBA ones, and so they just read them in the paper. And last, which I realised I did need, because currently I'm wearing an AC/DC shirt. I'm going to take this out of my head. It looks stupid. Forgot it was there. I'm wearing an AC/DC shirt, and I just got an email from Paul telling me to change it because I'm wearing another band's T-shirt in our podcast. So just hang on a sec.
There you go. Yeah, because he put his microphone down, so now we can't hear him talk. Look at that.
Stand up.
And I'm back. That's tight. Ooh, 1978 tight. That you could get that one from the order form when you bought the Paul album, and it's a little tight in my belly actually. But obviously made for mediums in 1978, not mediums in 2018. But I'm going to burn up with this on, but I'm going to leave it on because that's the kind of guy I am.
He's going to battle through.
He's like, man, why is that guy sweating towards the end of the episode?
I'm struggling through a Sydney summer as it is. It's like, I'm going to take this off.
We'll take it off if you're.
Hang on, I'll just drink some water.
He's just drinking straight vodka.
Hang on a second.
Is that all you got?
I'm having hot flushes. It is the age. Okay. You guys talk. I'll take this off. They never did that. All right. I'm back.
Well, you were wearing two shirts, so I mean,
Yeah, I know. It's still about 40 degrees in here, so yeah.
Yeah, 40 degrees Celsius though. For those 40 degrees Fahrenheit for us, it's like, man, it's
like,
which is like 100. I understand about 175 in Fahrenheit. So
it's exactly 175.
So, is that all you got, Nicholas?
Yeah, that's all I got at the moment. Yeah.
You're on the internet as much as we are. You see things on message boards, and you see things that either mention Kiss or have Kiss in them. And it's funny to me that every time I watch something, I could always spot, there's a Kiss this or there's a Kiss that. So hopefully over the course of time, and if you see stuff that you want to send in to us that just Kiss connections in other shows, if you see a Kiss poster up somewhere on a show, or if you see just somehow Kiss connected to something. So I found this poster, which I've actually seen it credited as two different things. So it's a movie poster from 1969, a Japanese movie. I've seen it credited as Diary of a Shinjuku Burglar, but I've also seen it credited as Diary of a Shinjuku Thief. So Diary of a Shinjuku Burglar says 69, and then Diary of a Shinjuku Thief is from 1973. But these are Japanese movies. Now, why do we care about this? So I'm going to drop it into, but I also want to show you guys. But take a look at that poster. What does that remind you of?
Very hotter than hell.
And look, even so, those are actually mountains. But if you see that there, that's they just ripped that right. They just put those things right on Hotter Than Hell. So So I know it's hard to see, so you'll have to see it on there. But
interesting.
So, but yeah, and it predates Hotter Than Hell. So you look at the color scheme and just some of the things in there that this is where they got it. So I mean, check it out. I mean, you see those are mountains on the side, but can you see that?
Yes, it's very classic. Yeah,
looks like Hotter Than Hell.
Cool.
So
interesting.
Maybe
it almost looks like the same mountains. Yeah,
it's exactly the same mountains because I looked at that and Hotter Than Hell, it's exactly the same mountains. They just literally cut and pasted those. So, so yeah, I thought that was kind of cool. And, in the beginning, yeah, sir.
I was going to say when you show that, when you drop that in, you drop the back of the Hotter Than Hell cover, or drop the Hotter Than Hell cover in there too.
Yeah, so. Of course, so they could kind of see. But it looks like if I see that and I see the Hotter Than Hell cover, I'm like, they look exactly the same. Much like if you watch our first Kiss My Wax ad, and you watch the Kiss radio commercial, they're the same.
I've been to places that you never heard. Many things that won't be concerned. It's the natural path I imagine, and you can count on it. Words when you trust in me. Be afraid.
Fellas, good episode. Lots of new information.
Yeah.
Soak it all up.
Yeah, and make sure you send us, if you get in touch with Nicholas at everythingkiss.com, or go to kissmycollectibles.com to send us an email if you find some new Kiss merchandise. It's actually cool. I know I've been walking into like Target. I know Target has like and we've already talked about this, or we've already posted about this, that Target's got those Kiss boxers that are there. So those are kind of cool, and just seeing cool little things. I remember back in the early 2000s and even like the mid 2000s, you never really saw any of that stuff anywhere. So it's kind of cool to see the Kiss logo being used, and you could go into a store and see Kiss stuff. It's cool. It's cool, in my opinion.
I agree. I agree.
Yep.
All right. Well, if
sure.
that's what.
No, I was just going to say, if anyone watching this has any really cool stuff that they think none of us have ever seen before, also post it to our page, and we may even show it here on the next episode, because not everyone who watches this podcast may see the Facebook page on that day. So I'd like to also, maybe we can go, here's something we thought we'd never see. Bang, here it is. And we'll
That'd be great.
Another episode, I think.
I think that's a great idea. Yeah.
Send it in. Or even a weird variant that you think that you may have that's very different to what you've seen. You go, oh, I've seen that, but mine was a different color. Maybe you send that in as well.
I agree. So
which
if you made it to the end,
which is going to be really common when you're looking at the thermoses for the Kiss lunchboxes. The thermos lids are different colors sometimes.
Yes,
that's true.
Yep. So,
cool.
All right, guys. So if that's it, I guess we will see you on the next one.